Imagine being told that the place you sleep every night is quietly making your body weaker. It sounds ridiculous. After all, modern beds are softer, warmer, and more comfortable than anything your ancestors could have imagined. Memory foam adapts to your body, thick blankets trap heat, bedrooms are sealed from the wind, the rain, and the darkness outside. Everything about modern sleep is designed for comfort. Yet for more than 300,000 years of human history, comfort was never the goal. Survival was. Your ancestors had no mattresses, no pillows, no bedrooms. Most never slept alone. Many never slept deeply. And almost none expected to sleep through an entire night without waking up. So here's the real question. If sleeping on the cold ground, surrounded by predators and exposed to the weather sounds like a nightmare, how did ancient humans survive it for hundreds of thousands of years? The answer changes the way you think about sleep itself, because your body wasn't designed inside a house, it was designed beside a fire. Anthropologists studying modern hunter-gatherer societies, including the Hadza of Tanzania, the San people of southern Africa, and several indigenous groups in South America, have found that many of the instincts shaping your sleep today were forged long before cities existed. Researchers such as James Sussman, Richard Lee, and David Sampson have spent decades studying how these communities rest, recover, and protect themselves through the night. What they discovered is surprisingly different from modern life. Sleep wasn't 8 uninterrupted hours, it wasn't silent, it wasn't perfectly dark, and it certainly wasn't safe. For almost all of human evolution, bedtime marked the beginning of another challenge. Darkness belonged to predators. Lions hunted after sunset, hyenas searched for scraps, leopards climbed silently through trees, snakes disappeared into tall grass. Even another group of humans could become a deadly threat. Every night was a gamble, so why lie down at all? Because even the strongest hunter cannot outrun exhaustion forever. The human brain consumes enormous amounts of energy. Although it accounts for only about 2% of your body weight, it uses roughly 20% of your energy while you're awake. Sleep allows the brain to repair itself, strengthen memories, regulate emotions, and prepare for another demanding day. Your ancestors needed sleep, but they could never completely surrender to it. That's why human sleep evolved to remain surprisingly alert. Have you ever noticed how a tiny, unfamiliar sound can wake you instantly? A floor creaks, a door clicks, a branch snaps outside. Within seconds, you're fully awake. That reaction isn't a flaw, it's ancient survival software. David Sampson and his colleagues proposed what scientists call the Sentinel Hypothesis. After studying the Hadza, they found something remarkable. Throughout the night, different members of the group naturally woke up at different times. Some shifted position, others added wood to the fire. Someone was almost always awake without anyone assigning guard duty. No schedule, no alarms, no commander, just biology. Together, the group created an almost continuous watch that dramatically reduced the chance of surprise attacks. Your ancestors protected each other without even realizing it. This may explain why sleeping completely alone still feels uncomfortable for many people today. Your brain evolved expecting nearby voices, breathing, movement, and the reassuring crackle of a fire. Silence wasn't always peaceful. Sometimes silence meant everyone else was gone. But where exactly did ancient humans sleep? Hollywood usually gives one answer. Caves. Huge caves filled with families sitting around giant fires. The reality was much more complicated. Archaeological sites such as Chauvet Cave in France and Blombos Cave in South Africa reveal that caves were certainly used, but many served special purposes rather than permanent homes. Deep caves were cold, damp, smoky, and often dangerous. Large predators also sought shelter there. Instead, many groups preferred rock overhangs, cave entrances, temporary shelters, or open camps protected by natural features. A cluster of trees, a rocky hillside, a bend in a river, anything that provided visibility while limiting surprise attacks. Location mattered far more than luxury. Choosing where to sleep could determine whether everyone woke up the next morning. Then came another challenge, the ground itself. Cold earth constantly steals body heat through conduction. the direct transfer of heat from your warm body into colder surfaces. Your ancestors understood this without knowing the science. They collected dry grass, leaves, branches, animal hides, anything that created a layer between skin and soil. Even a few centimeters made an enormous difference. The goal wasn't softness, it was survival. One freezing night could mean sickness. Sickness could mean falling behind. Falling behind could mean death. Here's the thing. Perhaps the greatest invention in the history of human sleep wasn't the bed, it was fire. Evidence from sites such as Wonderwork Cave suggests humans were controlling fire hundreds of thousands of years ago, although researchers continue to debate exactly when regular fire use became widespread. What everyone agrees on is its impact. Fire changed everything. It provided warmth. It frightened predators. Smoke drove away insects. It dried wet clothing. It allowed food to be cooked more safely. Most importantly, it transformed darkness itself. Before fire, sunset meant vulnerability. After fire, people gathered together. Stories were shared. Children learned. Hunters planned. Knowledge passed from one generation to another. Many anthropologists believe language, culture, and cooperation became stronger because people suddenly had extra hours together after sunset. The campfire became humanity's first classroom, its first theater, its first living room. Even today, people instinctively gather around fireplaces and campfires. Screens may have replaced flames, but your brain still responds to flickering light with a strange sense of calm. Perhaps that's not nostalgia. Perhaps it's memory written into your biology. Sleep also changed with the seasons. During warm months, camps spread farther apart. Cool breezes helped regulate body temperature. During winter, families huddled closer together, sharing body heat beneath hides and thick layers of vegetation. This wasn't affection alone, it was physics. Body heat is free energy. Sharing it increased everyone's chance of surviving the night. Children often slept beside adults. Older individuals occupied positions that balanced warmth with awareness. The arrangement of sleeping bodies formed another layer of protection. Everyone had a place, everyone had a role. Even sleep became teamwork. Would you willingly sleep on frozen ground tonight if it meant your family survived? For your ancestors, that wasn't a thought experiment. It was simply another evening. Contrary to popular belief, hunter-gatherers were not constantly exhausted. Studies of the Hadza show that adults often sleep less than many people expect, around 6 to 7 hours on average, yet they maintain active, physically demanding lives. They rarely follow fixed bedtimes. Instead, sleep shifts with temperature, activity, moonlight, and social interaction. Your body may actually be more adaptable than modern routines allow. Electric lighting changed that relationship forever. For hundreds of thousands of years, sunset told your brain to slow down. Sunrise told it to wake. Then, in only a tiny fraction of human history, artificial light extended the day indefinitely. Your eyes could no longer distinguish midnight from evening. Your brain received conflicting signals. Work continued after dark. Entertainment never ended. The biological clock that evolved beneath stars suddenly found itself surrounded by glowing screens. Perhaps that's why so many people struggle to sleep, despite living in the safest environment humans have ever created. The danger disappeared, the instincts remained. You still lock your doors before bed, you still check strange noises, you still feel safer knowing someone else is in the house. Millions of years of evolution cannot be erased by a few generations of modern technology. Your ancestors slept lightly because waking up meant living another day. You often sleep lightly because emails, deadlines, and notifications have replaced predators. The threats changed, the stress did not. And maybe that's the greatest irony of all. Modern society promised perfect comfort, the softest beds, the warmest blankets, the quietest bedrooms. Yet millions of people lie awake every night. Not because a lion waits outside, not because the fire has gone out, not because winter winds threaten to freeze them before dawn, but because their minds never truly leave the hunt. For almost all of human history, sleep prepared you to face the wilderness. Today, it prepares you to face meetings, traffic, bills, and glowing screens. Your ancestors feared the darkness beyond the fire. Modern life has taught you to fear tomorrow's calendar. Instead, perhaps the real luxury was never the mattress beneath your body. Perhaps it was falling asleep knowing there was no schedule, no alarm, and no endless race waiting at sunrise.